Hello, welcome to Tech Turks again, and today I have Bade of Social Lender. Their social is right about the lending. I don't think they lend any of their own money, but let's hear from Bade. Bade, welcome to Tech Turks.
Thank you.
So, what's Social Lender about?
Okay, thank you, and thank you for having us on this platform. What we do is we help banks and other financial institutions lend money to people based on their social reputation. So Social Lender in itself as
In
a company,
Nigeria?
yes, in Nigeria.
Okay,
We've been doing that
okay.
for a while now in Nigeria.
Okay.
The use case for the technology is the 80% of Nigerians that today generally lack access to formal credit. The reason is because the banks lack a way of to assess them. It's too expensive to do so. These people don't have the collateral the banks expect, and ascertaining if they will be willing and able to pay small loans is very difficult. What we've done is we've built a platform.
You know that banks are very traditional and very conservative.
Yes.
So you're asking them to trust a
platform.
Algorithm, right?
A platform really. So it's not just about the algorithm.
Yeah.
But the truth is, it's what we are doing is not something that is new in its sense.
Okay.
200 years ago in Africa, lending was taking place. And how was it taking place? It was based on social reputation, it was based on trust, it was based on the fact that I know your first wife, your second wife, what you do, where you live, and all of those kind of things.
And I know that you can pay.
And I know you can pay.
You
what we've done is we've built a digital platform to do the same thing. Why? Because in this generation, where we talk, where we discuss is on the digital platforms. So we are talking mobile, social media, online as well. Now, social lender in itself is not social media lender. It's actually social community lender. So if there are 9 people in this room, for example, that you know and trust, that says to you that Bade is trustworthy, would you likely trust Bade? Most likely.
I can trust him to tell the truth, but I may not be able to trust him with the money.
You may not be able to trust him with money at that point, but you can trust him.
Of course.
Right?
Okay.
And that's one of the assets that is required for lending.
Of course.
That is the solution. That is what social lender solves. Yeah. Now, being able to ascertain ability to pay, there are several ways of doing that as well. Yeah. But the key point is that how do I know if I can trust this person? Yeah. Not all Nigerians are bad, for example.
So I guess the trust bit is the willingness to pay.
Yes.
Right? Regardless of whether he has the ability.
Regardless of if he has the ability.
Which is what banks cannot find out from kind of financial cash flow.
Yes.
Banks financial data. So you're looking at non-financial data.
Non-financial.
To help banks. So how many banks? How many institutions? Banks have taken this up?
Yeah. So currently there are 4 partners. Okay. In Nigeria there are 3, and then there's 1 in South Africa.
Okay.
So ABSA in South Africa, and then Sterling Bank in Nigeria. I Trust, which is a partnership with World Bank in Nigeria. Then there's a 3rd bank which hasn't launched. Okay. So I can't disclose their name at the moment. And we are speaking with Diamond Bank as well. I'm looking forward to launching with Diamond Bank soon as well.
Fantastic. So how did you start social lending? What were you doing before you took this launch?
See this up. Okay, well, for me, so I'm the CTO for Social Lender. Okay. I've been in technology for a while. Okay. We've actually, in another life, we've been doing a lot of work for banks as well, from development to technology to different things along that line for about 10 or so years or so before Social Lender came along. For the CEO, that's Faith. She's been in the financial space. She was in investment banking for a while as well. And what we were doing was just thinking about, what are the stuff that we can do right now that nobody's thinking about? This is as far back as 2013, 2014, before, and then it hit us that, there's a big problem here. It's not a problem just in Nigeria, it's a problem across Africa, in fact across the world, but Africa over 50% of the adult population. And we saw that, there's an asset that people can use, their digital assets. So we built that platform over time to be able to now start harnessing that digital asset to say, give this person a score, not a traditional credit score, but a social reputation score. Using that score, the banks can then lend to this person, giving them access to financial services. But for social lender, lending is really just a low-hanging fruit. The solution can be used anywhere you need a certain trust.
Which is exactly what I was looking at. What are the other use cases that you're looking at to generate income? Because only 5 banks. You don't want to put your faith in
the hands of 5 banks.
Yes.
Yeah, so several other use cases. So it can be used for KYC, for example, know your customer, which is one of the other big problems in Africa. It can be used for things like insurance score in the West, which is something really big in the West. In the West as well, there's a huge problem with migrant population, where people go to a new country and they don't have a credit score. So for the first year, they can't rent apartment, they can't do several other things. The same social reputation score can be used in those kind of cases as well.
So let me ask the question. So I mean, like, what social lending appears to be a service for businesses.
Yes.
What about individuals? How can I, for example, if I wanted to find out about an organization or a particular person that I wanted to do business with, is that kind of service available?
It's in the distant future. So I mean, we've discussed things like that, but we've also had to focus, right? So our focus today is that the consumer market, the individuals, how can an organization access them? That's the focus for social lender today. In Africa, the focus is lending, right? Across the world is the social reputation score itself being used for other things, because lending is not such a problem there, but there are other problems there. But in terms of partners, so we are out bringing on board more partners and so on. So we are not stuck with the 4 partners we have today. They are just the ones we have today. Over time, there will be several other partners using the solution for different things, addressing different markets as well.
So, final question to you: who's more trustworthy, men or women? From the data.
Well, it's mixed, right? It's actually mixed. So I wouldn't say women. We have more men on the platform today. So if I say women, because it may just be because there are more men that are on the platform today than women. But really, it's a mixed data, because what we look at is a little beyond that. Even if your score isn't enough, you can actually get social guarantors and social referees to improve your score. So these are people saying, I know this person, I find him trustworthy, or a social guarantor saying, I know this person, I find him trustworthy. If he defaults on a small loan, I will pay on his behalf.
Fantastic. But thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
We'll continue the conversation offline.